Coach, how disappointing is that given the opponent, given the circumstances, given how well you guys played last year?
I'm trying to remember, but I think given the circumstances, for sure, that's the most disappointing game I've coached this year. This team. Just in the third period, I will give our guys credit for that 20 minutes, but the first two periods were it's the worst we've played all year.
You said before the game you were worried about an emotional letdown. Do you think maybe that was a little bit of that?
You could chalk it up to that. You could we'll have to figure out some answers for that, because that game, like, we couldn't handle the puck. We turned it over constantly. We fed their transition. We were getting guys in behind us. It looked like, it's hard to explain.
You guys have been fairly disciplined this year. There's one sportsmanlike conduct penalties there. The second was not judgmental, so.
Yeah, and you just put that in the category with disappointing, because I don't think that game's out of reach, even though as poorly as we are playing. And we tried to go down the line of trying to find anyone. Like, we had, some nights you'll have guys that are going. Ideally it's 2 or 3. Some nights when you really don't have it, it's half your group. Tonight it was every single one of our guys struggled. All 6 of our D, all 12 of our forwards, every single guy struggled through our lineup. And then so, even having said that, we're still in it, sort of. Thankfully, Chucky makes some big saves, and then we lose composure. And especially from veteran leadership guys that just can't happen.
What were you seeing in the first 40 minutes that was preventing you guys from mustering much in the way of offensive opportunity at 5-on-5?
We couldn't handle the puck. Like, we couldn't make a tape-to-tape. We couldn't hold on to a puck. We couldn't skate. And you can see that, and we talked about this as a staff before the game. Teams like that are young, fast, and skilled give us trouble, because it's just too quick for us. And they make a ton of plays, right? They're going through triangles, it's going slot line back and forth. You really see it on the power play. They do those same things 5-on-5, and then they get out of the zone. They're quick, and so those, to begin with, those teams give us trouble. But then when you're fueling it, and that's where we just couldn't stop the bleeding. Like, they're getting in behind us. We would have a puck in the offensive zone, and for us to be successful, we have to slow that game down. We needed to go ozone 20 seconds, and then they chip it out, and then we come back. Or even if if it's going like this, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, and that's what the game was like tonight.
It was you scored the power play goal, Milano makes it 2-1. Right, I think it was like 40-something seconds later. Was that just the kind of the way the day was going through, that they scored right back?
It's just a terrible read through the neutral zone. Our fourth line, to give that back right there against their fourth line, right? So I feel like I could get those guys out there after a power play shift against McBain, O'Brien, and we just turn it over through the neutral zone. It's coming back at us. It's been back there.
Last one.
What's the vibe going into this week? I mean, do you think maybe that had something to do with, in guys' minds? You get 2 opponents that are behind you, and the trade deadline is a lot to process.
I don't know. You'd have to ask the players individually that. To me, we've got enough veteran guys that have been through it. If you haven't, if you've been through it once or twice, everybody else in the league, there's 32 teams that have the exact same date for trade deadline. So to me, if you're chalking that up that it was nerves and I wasn't sure if I was going to get moved during the week, well, then you're going to be out of the league. If you can't deal with that for 16 straight years in your career, however long you're playing, so that to me is a cop out to say that I couldn't play because I was worried I was going to get traded.
Thank you.
Get the result today.
Yeah, we came out flat. I think we picked it up in the third there, but too late. So
The first 40, what was leading to you guys' inability to generate chances 5-on-5?
I don't know. I mean, obviously everyone here wants it. We're all ready to go, but it just didn't come out the right way, and we just had momentum, and took a while to get back. So
Spencer said he was worried about an emotional letdown after Friday's game. Did you feel like that contributed to things early on in the game?
I don't know. I mean, everyone knows how important every single game is here on out. I don't think any game's less important than any other one at this point. So I mean, I think we're all focused and ready to go. It's just didn't work out.
Thanks.
Disappointing this one after the guys won on Friday.
Terrible. I don't think we were ready from the start, and we dig ourselves in a hole, and it's hard to come back against these teams. And we're not going to score 5 goals every night. If you get 4 and you're kind of chasing, it's just almost impossible.
A couple of slow starts there. What do you see going on with the last couple of games?
I don't know. Hard to tell, but I just don't think our details is good enough when the puck drops. And a couple sloppy plays in the first, and like I said, we're digging ourselves in a hole, and they're scoring on their chances, and we're just trying to play catch-up hockey.
Sitting where you are in the playoff race, is it hard to take a game like this?
Yeah, it's very hard. Last game was so important for us. I thought we played really well, and then we come out here tonight and we're not ready. We're not sharp. It's just hard. I mean, we don't have an easy schedule up ahead, and maybe we took this game a little too easy from the start.
Yeah, Spencer said he was worried about maybe an emotional letdown. Do you feel like maybe that's what we saw here?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like I said, it's hard to say. Just execution wasn't there.
I know it came in a loss. Does 20 goals mean anything to you?
Oh yeah, it's a good milestone. It's a good comeback from last year, but there's plenty of hockey to be played, and need to keep pushing forward.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, very disappointing the way we've been going. Minus that Detroit game, we thought our game was really good as of late, and those first 2 periods were some of our worst since I've been here. So just things a little bit more when we see what we're capable of doing in the third to create offense and play in their end. And we had that effort for 60 minutes. We would have liked their chances.
It seemed like you said, in the third period, you guys are starting to generate some opportunities, especially at 5-on-5. I mean, I guess in the second there wasn't enough 5-on-5
Yeah.
time. But what were you guys unable to generate at 5-on-5 over the first 4?
We just were overcomplicating things. They were, it's whenever we run into problems this year, it's when we're, not playing predictable. We've only had success this last stretch here because we're playing north, and everyone knows what we're doing with the puck. It's going on net. We're creating chances, bailing each other out when there's breakdowns, and that just wasn't there for the first 40.
Coach talked before the game about a little bit about being worried about a letdown after this Friday. Did you feel like there was an emotional letdown early in this game?
I felt like there was, but it's I didn't feel it before the game, so that's frustrating because that you take that personally sometimes, right? We're professionals. A lot of us have played many games in this league and understand the meaning of an emotional letdown after a big game, and for sure that's what happened there in the first 40. And good teams don't let that happen, but we responded in the third, but just a little bit too late.
You guys have been pretty disciplined all year. A couple of undisciplined penalties today. How much does that hurt you guys?
I mean, I don't know what happened. That's obviously between the players and the ref there, but who knows, what happened there. But at the same time, we have emotional players. That's why they've had a lot of success in this league for a long time. And a lot of times that we're on the winning side of games because of those emotions. So obviously you can't go a little bit too far, but at the same time, you got to have emotion to play this game the right way.
Last one.
How many changes could be coming to this team next week?
I don't think about it myself personally. I've been around a little bit, and we do like our group. I mentioned a few times here that we've been playing good hockey for this little stretch here. Obviously, this is a blip in the radar, and same with that Detroit game. But we know this team is capable of really playing with anyone when we play like we did in that final frame. And we've been doing it consistently as of late with a couple hiccups here and there, and we would just want to keep playing that way.
Thanks a lot, Pat.